Good morning. Happy July. Starting up here soon. Smash the likes, the subscribes. Smash it all. We got our market update. We got charts to look at. It's going to be a good one. Settle in, grab your brews, roll up, and get ready. What's up, guys? Welcome back. It is now the second half, Q3 for crypto and Bitcoin. And man, the end of Q2 was not that spicy. So let's put our hands together. Let's send some prayers and energy out there that we get some good spiciness here. We're going to go over the epic giga super close of all these big time frames we've been talking about for weeks now. We're probably going to do that first. We have a market update. I'm going to get you guys caught up on everything you need to know going into this new time period, going into this hopefully new vibe. I see a lot of you guys out there in the chat. What's up, fam? Make sure you're smashing the likes and subscribes. It is July 1st, and we did get actually a very strong close. So let's jump into that quickly. I don't want to spend forever on it, but you guys know how I do. So Q3, or no, let's start with the even bigger time frame. The 6-month candle. We were watching this over the last few weeks, and we had a very low bar. Basically, 45.5 thousand was our target. Didn't even get close to it. Thank goodness. If we look back on Bitcoin's history, this isn't the full history, but you'll see every time that a 6-month candle has closed at a new all-time high, Bitcoin has gone on to then reach new all-time highs, go to the bull market, cycle top, etc. So this is a nice confirming signal on a very big time frame. We closed up at roughly where we are now, 62.2, something like that. We'll get into it. But that's looking very nice. Off to a green candle already, up 0.5%. Time to celebrate. Time to freak out, guys. We are up 0.25%. And that is very exciting. This meme comes to mind. This is all of us right now. Let's go. On the 6 month going down, we had the 3 month close as well. The 3 month a little bit higher bar here, but sneaking or eking out that final close here. Let's add these lines back. Our quarterly close, we're looking for 58.6, 58.7, high above. What looks good to me is the previous Q2 close. Q3 was not super exciting, but we did come back to test that previous resistance, the previous all-time high quarterly candle close as support. That support held into the quarter close, and we can see that here by this bottom wick. That shows buyers did come in. They agreed on price and said, no, we're not going under. We're not going to close under that. Opening to this little green candle, we can look above us, and in this quarter, with very high confidence, we can say there is a good likelihood of 71.3 at the minimum. We're not saying that's as high as it can go, but we're saying back to that quarterly open would fit price action very well to what we know. So at some point here, whether it be soon or later, 71.3 I think is in the cards for this summer. But the half year and 3 month is still not all. The 2 month candle also closed here. We don't have this one marked on our chart the same way, but that's okay. The 2 month had a lot of buzz around it. I guess Crypto University or some channels talking about it, getting you guys all hyped up, spooked out. The 2 month candle came to a close, and it did close above 61,150. That is a bullish engulfing close on the 2 month. And while that candle itself is not insanely awesome, it's kind of mids. What it does do is it does give us that bullish engulf. And really, if you consider the price action in that 2 month candle, we had a lower high all the way up at 71. We had our low in May down at 56. For all the negative sentiment that happened in that time period, that's not a bad close. I'll take it. But the 6, 3, and 2 month, that's still not all. But wait, there's more. The 1 month came to a close here, and that monthly close looking pretty decent. We are stuck in what looks like a barcode pattern. Green, red, green, red, green, red. Each of these candles moving to essentially the previous candle closes and opens, whipping out all positions. And until we have some kind of definitive signal or breakout, that's probably the logical action we're going to be looking for. So again, we're going to look to the previous month open, and that's that 67.5. Very good odds of hitting that number in July here. On the close, we did manage to finally close a candle higher. We did not bearish engulf on any of these time frames, which is a great signal. That's a great sign in my opinion. There's a lot of negativity, a lot of kind of capitulation of hope, and to see in the last minutes of all these big time frames, they kind of rally out of nowhere, fixed the way the chart looked. I think that that's a very good sign going into summer. Going down again, we also had a weekly close. This was just the Armageddon of closes. Everything closed. This only happens twice a year. We'll have this same setup maybe at the end of the year. I'm not sure actually if the weekly will close as well. But the weekly, the month, 2 month, 3 month, 6 month, that does not happen often. That was a significant close. Down on the week, we got a good close as well. That wick coming down to test that quarterly level again. Buyers came in into Sunday and pushed us up above 61.4. That's what we were looking for the weekly, and bam, we got it. Very nice. Now the weekly opened last week. We've already traded above 63.1. We've already wicked back down. Looking for 63.1 into the end of this week. I'd like to see that bullish engulf close, and then that would likely suggest a move back to those range highs, that 71, whatever even number you want to call it. This is very slowly and painfully, in my opinion, painting out an ascending low flat topped pattern. Hopefully we see this conclude this quarter. That would be amazing. I have high confidence that by the end of the year, we'll see this conclude no matter what. So we got all the closes. That is something to feel good about, but it is not something to be deceived by. It does not mean only up. Only up may come. And in fact, I think that the odds of only up in the next, well, I hate to say it, like year, are incredibly good. We still have to stay grounded. We still have to stay rational. We still have to be looking at our charts. And so that brings us down to the day. The day. I've been looking at these moving averages a lot over the last weeks. We've talked about a move back to the 66,000 range, and that's basically just to come back up to that 50 and 100 daily moving averages. This is the average price over a very long period, and liquidity does tend to hide there. Market makers love liquidity. I think 66K, I'll even say like this month, very good, very, very good possibility. The only kind of other scenario I could see playing out here on the daily time frame is you can see it right now. Price action reached up to that 20 daily moving average, being a little bit of a dick. Get out of here. We don't like you. If we reject from the 20, and I think we'll have confirmation if we do or don't by the end of this week, I think we get the logical move down to the 200 daily moving average, which is almost by then going to be a double bottom. Looks like it'll be about 58.8 if this actually happens. I don't think that's the end of the world. We'll likely in this event see some movement below, maybe just barely stepping lower than May, 56.5. Could see like a 55 hit, something like that. However, if we do sweep liquidity, if we do see this setup, I think that's actually maybe the more bullish scenario. I could see something like this happening. Remember, Bitcoin lows, our swing lows are almost always ended by a liquidity grab to the downside where longs are stopped out, shorts are baited in, and they all get squeezed, baby, squeezed. So I could see that happening. I don't have a reason really to lean that way yet. Just to warn you, this is what I see as the bearish setup here. Maybe the most bearish setup would be a move to these moving averages, up to the 100, up to the 50, and a rejection. I don't want to see this play out. I think that this will lead to a more painful, slower, more boring, but also more red setup. We went over the kind of negatives, but of course, guys, there is always the possibility that we blast through them. Maybe we backtest the 150 on the way up and move back to our range highs. Then maybe the market will look for a higher low, maybe hitting 72, coming back down to 66 before retesting our highs again and moving up into the summer. We'll find out. There's our quick kind of glance over at the charts and what we've been looking at over the last few days. So we do move on to Mr. Papi, our man, writing us a beautiful market update. These are awesome, guys. They're so good. He does a great job. You can check him out on crownanalysis.com. That's our free news blog site. There's no paywall. There's no ads. There's nothing. Check it out. I see a lot of people in the chat. Are you guys hyped? How are you feeling? Not a lot of people chat. Wow, there were a lot of people chat. Now there's not. I see Brer. I always say her name wrong, man. Berengar, Crypto, Coca-Cola, Dino, Mike, Lion in my pocket, Moggy, Pickle. Where's everybody? We had a bunch of chatters here. Did my chart review spook you all out? Ooh, we're dropping some frames. That's bad. My computer's been so weird, dude. Has the video been bad? Is that why people stopped? I didn't see any comments in the chat about it. Dropping frames. I don't know. I'm pretty sure that this old house has nuked this computer. There might be like stink bugs dead inside of it. I don't know. I'm moving August 1st. I think I'm going to have to get a new rig just so I can deliver the smooth video again. Stutter like XRP? Oh, really? Is it still happening? It's still happening on my end. No idea why. There's no reason for this. No reason. Let me try closing some stuff. Then we're going to do our update. I wonder if this is a part of it. I'll close all this crap. We haven't had this issue in forever. I should have guessed, though, because this morning the computer was acting real weird. I could have divined that in the cards that something weird was going to happen while we were live. Did that work? We'll find out. Keep me updated. Who else is here? You're watching and eating? That's okay, 𝐒𝐳 𝐓𝐫𝐚𝐼𝐳 the Mike Ruler. What's up, AT, Ali, Anthony, Michael, Benjamin. There we go. We got some boys back. Blender Guy, Brick and Mortar, 𝐂𝐚𝐫𝐼𝐳, something. Coffeeholic, Crusty Bastard, Crypto Deneb, Crypto Bad Fox, Drum Hop Drunk Maroon, Gabe Holm, High Low, I Need My Cot. Okay, you guys were just hiding. You were just sitting back, probably lighting up, just listening to the update. I can respect that. What's up, J Day? I saw you earlier. Japernicus, Joseph Worth, Costinator, Crunk, Lee. Wow, you're just coming out of the woodwork here. You guys are just coming out of the woodwork. There was like 3 names here when I started talking. Spoon, Skate Crow, Video Kingdom, Pickle again, because he's my right-hand man. Tim Boat, Veer, Zip, Randy, Ricky, Rising Sun, Poncho, Prolific Joints, my guy. I know he's lighting up right now. Ricky Bobby, RBM, good to see you back, RBM. I did look at FAC. I put the chart in the Discord. I think you're in there, but I actually still have it pulled up. Dreadnought US, actually, Dreadnought US. What account is that, Dreadnought? I don't ever remember giving someone with their name Dreadnought a wrench. Remind me. Who else? B4 Crypto. How you doing, bro? How you doing? Bullish? Are you guys feeling bullish or bearish? I'm feeling all right. Loading names. That's one of the people in the chat. I know. Are you excited? Oh, Flags. What's up, brother? What's up? You're pulling a fast one on me, man. I was like, who the hell is that? How did you get in here? What's up, Buttsnator? Ricardo. Dude. Dan. What's shaking? Bearish. You're allowed to feel bearish, my friend. If you ever need to be balanced out, you come to the right place. I'll be a little bullish here. Good to see you guys are awake. Good to see you're here. Mr. Papi, memeing for us a little bit here. Let me go through this. This is some good stuff. So basically, last week we challenged many of the influencers who suggested that the cycle was dead, dying, or destined for 40K. Bitcoin ended up bouncing at 58,000 for a June close at 62,000. Beautiful number. And this week, we see renewed signs of a sideways summer. For now, I hope Papi's wrong, but this is what has happened almost every summer, so we'll find out. We'll be here live Monday, Wednesday, Friday, no matter how sideways it is, and hopefully a lot of you will be too. Recent news, FUD, and technicals. There's a lot going on. There's a reason to feel bearish or bullish, but let's go over some of those reasons. Mt. Gox's distribution has begun making its headlines again. This seems to be something that happens literally every year. Papi writes 7 years here. Conveniently, this often trends on key social media metrics for Bitcoin and support levels, meaning we almost always see this FUD pop its head up again once price has cooled off or once it's near range lows. It's crazy how predictable this is. When price drops, human psychology drives us to seek a narrative or a reason so that we can explain it. Unfortunately, it just doesn't seem like markets really work that way. It's almost backwards. It's like as soon as you have a reason that you can explain a price action movement, it's over. It's going the other way. Here are the facts. Mt. Gox will enter markets starting this month through October of this year. Bum bum. Mt. Gox has 142,000 Bitcoin. If you distribute that value over 4 months, that's around 1,200 Bitcoin daily. That is quite a few. Comparatively, an average day in June saw around 20,000 Bitcoins flowing into exchanges and largely absorbed. That's a good note. These numbers are spooky. If you would have said this a few years ago, it would have been like, oh my God, 1,000 Bitcoin a day. Holy crap. But we have giant machines gobbling these up now. These ETFs, the numbers have gotten just like another exponent bigger now. It's like, oh, $1 billion sell, whatever. I mean, that's not even a big deal anymore. That used to be the end of the world. As many analysts have noted, even when they sell, it's not like billions of dollars in Bitcoin will be sold in a single market order. And that is a very based thing to say. This distribution will happen over time. There is certainly no guarantee or promise that every Mt. Gox account will sell, right? Some of these people have been forced to hold Bitcoin. Maybe they wouldn't have otherwise. And now they're not in a bad position. In fact, I would reckon they're in a pretty good position. They're up quite a bit since they lost access to those Bitcoins. I think it was at like $800. Where's Rico? We have a few members of this community actually who lost money in Mt. Gox. If you lost money in Mt. Gox, say something in chat. Anybody? I wasn't trading. I wasn't around back then. Unfortunately. I was early, but not that early. Only kind of early. Anybody? And honestly, if you are getting something back from Mt. Gox, What do you plan to do? Are you going to go market sell it? Let us know. I'm curious. You were forced to hold sell. Yeah, right? We sold that crap. I miss Rico too. Shout out to Rico, even though he's not here. Most of the Mt. Gox Bitcoin has already been purchased OTC. That's an interesting statement, Randy. Where do you get that from? Everyone was given the option to sell, and those that didn't most likely aren't going to. I'm not aware of all the details, but that does sound accurate. It does sound very feasible. But what is the worst case scenario? Papi writes, this is where the top holders dump as fast as they can. I estimate that we would land back around 52,000, the bottom of the majorly bullish value range extending from 59 down to 52. Interesting. Constructive disruption says this, I don't know what he's referring to, but this is not accurate. People who held Bitcoin will get around 16.7% payout. Oof. I mean, that's better than zero. They have already paid out the cash amounts. I received mine last month. Interesting. So people opted for cash payments. No selling pressure there. Bitcoin balances at bankruptcy were 850,000. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. Can you imagine if they still had 850,000 Bitcoin, almost a million Bitcoin right now? That'd be wild. They have 142,000 Bitcoin now, which will be paid out 8.5 billion. So interesting thing to note here. That means that 700,000 of that Bitcoin has already been absorbed over that time. Whether that was to lawyer fees, whatever organization, maybe they lost some, maybe they laundered some, who knows? That's something to keep in mind. The 700,000 Bitcoin is a huge amount, and it has already been dispersed in one way or another. And if you're going to say, well, the Mt. Gox people are going to sell, well, those people, whatever that went to, that was sold, and here we are basically at all-time highs still. Just something to think about. This guy has a payout of 1.9 Bitcoin, wow, which is 16% of your balance at the time of bankruptcy. The reports also reports this has started our false. This morning's notice related to the cash payouts were paid last month. Big wrap up of that whole idea, guys. There is a lot of FUD. There has been a lot of FUD about this, and there's also a lot of confusing misinformation. What we hear might not be the exact truth. Why am I still dropping frames? Why am I still dropping frames? This is really annoying. Let me see. Over the last... It's constant. Crap. Hold up. Let me see if I can troubleshoot my internet really quick from my phone. See if this helps. Golden and silver linings. Let's just keep pushing through. I hope it's watchable. Chat does say watchable. Is it the worst thing you've ever seen in your life? I'm not really sure what to do. I just closed most of the tabs, stopped lots of stuff, took my phone off the Wi-Fi. I really don't have anything else running. I think this computer is just dying. That's my genuine take. I think a stink bug crawled in it and died. We got 400, 500 viewers. All right, so it can't be the worst. Some of you are still powering through. Maybe the replay of this after it's live will be smooth. What is with BitBoy? Yeah, dude, I don't know. Folsom, let me get through this, and then we can chat about that. It's not so bad. Hasn't bothered you. Good. Moving on from Mt. Gox. Summary. A lot of misinformation. This has been the boy who cried wolf. It has been happening for years and years and years, every year. And on top of all of that, something to kind of roll up in your hopium pipe. It has almost always been at a range low, or even like a bear market low. This narrative always seems to come back when price is down and people are not, sentiment is down. People aren't feeling good. People are feeling bearish. So something to keep in mind there. Germany distribution. Does anyone know where Germany got this Bitcoin? I actually don't know. That'd be a good little tidbit. So Germany was in possession of over 40,000 Bitcoin, and they've continued selling. No public statement was made regarding timing or amounts, so people are assuming the worst case scenario, that all of it will come to market. Now, that is an assumption and certainly not a guarantee. Germany moved 2,700 Bitcoin to exchanges over the past 3 weeks and still holds over 44,000 Bitcoin, paling in comparison to Mt. Gox. If they continue to sell at this pace, it would take around 9 months to sell everything. Wow. At that pace, it has no meaningful impact on flows or bearish pressure on markets. I'll disagree here for a little bit. Certainly it has, well, he said meaningful, but certainly it does have bearish pressure and impact. But I think what he's getting at is this isn't a doom scenario. They clearly are not interested or intentionally looking to like crash the price or anything, considering how slow they moved. The biggest impact appears to be the semantic. The visibility of this selling has some bearish connotations, as one of Bitcoin's narratives is that nation states will stack and hold Bitcoin in the face of a diluted US dollar. Spot on, my friend, spot on. Spot on. For a little perspective, below is the daily inflow of Bitcoins to exchanges declining month over month in 2024. Hard to argue against it. No matter what we see, no matter who says they're selling or not selling, we can look at Bitcoin to and from exchanges and we can literally verify, is that happening? Of course, there's some that we can't see in different avenues that maybe wouldn't be able to track. But like in general, in the grand view, we can see. So something to pay attention to. Come the Mt. Gox distribution, does Bitcoin on exchange or inflows to exchange start trading differently, start trending up? Something definitely to keep an eye on. Supply on exchanges. Since the Germany inflows and Mt. Gox started trending in mid-June, we've seen less than a 1% rise in supply on exchanges, which is statistically insignificant. On higher time frames, we continue the multi-year trend of a declining supply. Amen. That said, flows change and depend on the pace of selling. Flows change and depending on the pace of selling in Mt. Gox over next month, we may see a a rise in supply faster into the summer, and that's what I just said. We're going to keep an eye on that. With the addition of ETF flows and increasing adoption from retail and higher time frames, I agree. I don't really expect Mt. Gox or Germany to influence that greatly. Let's be real. I think we'll see a sideways trend on Bitcoin supply at worst. Agreed. We may see lower time frame volatility and rising supply intra-week or intra-month, but across the year of 2024, I agree here as well. Bitcoin will continue to march towards an inevitable supply crunch in this decade. Even if all the Bitcoin from all of these things we're worrying about goes back on exchange, I think we'll still be net down supply on exchange over the last few years. Someone should fact check that. While we discuss Bitcoin, we see similar trends in Ethereum. Here we go, sneaking in his Ethereum, which has an additional benefit of having deflationary economics sometimes. Over a certain level of utilization. Actually, since they fixed the L2s, Ethereum has seen inflationary forces again. It's funny. They fixed some fee stuff and now it's a balancing act like everything is. And then a picture of Bitcoin supply on exchanges. I wonder why. I think they're supposed to be Ethereum. I don't know. Bitcoin market structure. This is where it starts to get interesting. First, let's talk about the historic data. Bitcoin averages. You know what? Let's have the chart up while I read some of this. How's that sound? I think that'd be good. A little price action on here while I finish up this article. I don't know if there's too much more. I read through some of it, but there we go. Just keep you ADD people focused. This is where it starts to get interesting. Bitcoin averages a 9% increase in July. July is historically a bullish month for Bitcoin. Compound that with the growing confidence that peak inflation is behind us, at least according to the US government. We heard that from 𝐻𝐵, and that rates could reduce by Q4. I think that's getting more probable. Bitcoin has penetrated giggity, the 20-week SMA and the 21-week EMA, also known as the bull market support band. Bull market support band, there it is. Has penetrated. Yeeks. These moving averages historically have acted as support for Bitcoin during the bull runs. It is not unheard of for price to go through them, however, intra-month or intra-candle. But bulls, I agree, definitely want to hold this level. You know, even if we just go back to 2023, we can see that not only have we penetrated the bull support band, but we've actually traded below it for multiple weeks, and you'll never guess what that timing was. That timing was August. It was summer. We traded many weeks below. This was sketchy before rallying above again. So this is an nickel, but the more we pay attention to the bull market support band, the more likely it is and the more probable it will become that this market doesn't respond to it in the same way. That's true not just of this, but of everything. The more we pay attention to something specific, you'd think it would be self-fulfilling, but actually often the reverse. If you followed last week's Twitter articles, or that I guess published, confusing Papi, I love you. We discussed the importance of 58K as support, looking forward to a bounce there, and we got it. The question is whether we continue the recovery towards 70,000. Let me see, what else do I want to cover here on this? If you want to read the full article, check it out on Crownanalysis.com. Macroeconomic, definitely. You've seen commentary about the Japanese yen versus the dollar and how the yen is struggling. I'm going to take this back off. How the yen is struggling could potentially lead to a collapse of the Japanese yen. There is definitely a scenario where we could see that cascade into larger macro instability, but I'm not qualified to comment on that in depth. One positive possibility worth acknowledging is that the US dollar is at the end of a rate cycle, which I think is rational. Let's pull over to the dollar. Showing clear signs of a decline on higher timeframes. I definitely agree here. Lower timeframes like the day, I don't hate that. I'm kind of annoyed that this looks good. But on higher timeframes, let's go to like the year. Not the best chart. Not the fanciest chart here. It has logged several rejections as it falls closer to losing key support around 105, and that was on the bigger timeframes. We want to see a continue relief on inflation data like CPI, PPI, PMI. I think we actually just did get some favorable data. Was it favorable? I actually did not check that out this morning. So far, recent data has come back accommodating, and going into an election cycle, the government has extra incentives to report on it positively. I agree. I think it is unlikely we see all these doomers talking about a recession, a crash. Very, very unlikely until the election is over. It adds a little bit of fuel to our bullish narrative. If the Dixie continues to decline, that will alleviate pressure on the JPY along with Bitcoin. And I was really hoping to say stocks, but stocks don't seem to be having that downside pressure. I think that is where I'm going to end that article. Great article, Papi. Appreciate you. Love your articles. They're great for this community. They're great for us. Check him out. Follow him on Twitter. Give him some love. He does hard work for free for us, because he also wants you guys to succeed. Let me put his Twitter in the chat. There you go. Right on the chat. Data. I know. I don't know what's happening. It's awful. I'm not sure what to do. I know it's still happening. Maybe if I close even some of these things. I don't know, man. We never have this problem. I'm very well aware. Drop frames. If this is unwatchable, I'm very sorry. Very sorry. I don't know what to do. Maybe there's just internet problems in my area. Thank God I'm moving. Thank God, man. Lock Sky asks, am I going to die as a virgin? Lock Sky, you won't. You won't, brother. Because crypto F's us all. What's up, web dev newbie? Mr. Blank. Michael Clarkson looking at Turbo. Turbo. I see your Turbo comment. We can look at Turbo. Numbers protocol. Can we take a look, D Godfather? I see your message. Probably. Yeah, we did just have a tornado, so maybe the whole area is messed up. I don't know. Still watchable, a little annoying. If you guys, what you might want to do if it is choppy, if you drag the slider and you go like, I don't know, 30 seconds behind, that might play out smoother. I think the odds of that are pretty good. Wow, it just keeps coming though. We're going to power through. I don't know what else to do. Like, I don't have anything else running. It's just this stream. We're not even like multi-streaming to a million platforms like we usually do. Let me try actually pulling up Task Manager. Screen's going to go black for a second. Nothing. Everything's running pretty steady. Keep an eye on that. Son of a bee. I hate it. It's like the worst thing when you're live streaming is to see the nagging alert of your stream sucks. Is what it is. Is what it is, man. I'm sorry, fam. Let's see. See requests for Turba. Let's quick look at the latest MetaSignals.io, our sponsor. Bitcoin long. Hitting TP1 here. Well done. There we go. What do you guys think? Do you think it will hit TP2? TP3 definitely possible, but that requires a lot more price action, a lot more than just kind of the sideways chop we're seeing. That would require a real breakout. Here we go. Stop loss set at what, 58? It's 58.1. Hasn't been touched yet. We've hit TP1 for a 1-to-1. 69,125 sitting above. If you guys want to get a free trial of what I think is the best trading signal algorithm out there, it's MetaSignals. Join their Discord, discord.gg/MetaSignals. You can use the link in my video description or in the live chat. You'll get a 2-week free trial. Check it out, guys. It's probably only for advanced traders, but even if you're a new trader, go, just take a look at it. It's really good at identifying charts that have a trade coming up. That's my opinion. Also, LuxAlgo, we're going to be taking a look at that. Our other sponsor, both the best in the business at what they do. We're going to be looking at some charts here on LuxAlgo. You can get a 1-month risk-free trial with them. A little bit more generous on the free trial. Check them out. Let's go. Let's just go through some charts. It is the choppiest stream we've had in a while. I haven't seen any new subscribers. I don't blame you. If I was new and I came in and the stream was like not smooth, I'd be like, whatever. It's all good though. Wick. Supply position you articulated is spot on. Best CD rates mature in about a year. Bitcoin supply takes a big leap off a cliff in a year. A lot of bored retirees. Thank you, Wick. Appreciate it, man. Thanks for the super chat. Good to see you, my friend. We saw Turbo. What else do we want to look at? Num. We want to look at the choppiest, least smooth streaming experience ever. I don't know why. Pretty annoying. My power went out a few times over the last like 20 days. I don't know. There's nothing on in my house. Nothing. Turbo. We'll pull up the Turbo chart. You guys always want to see your Turbo. Turbo is still exactly where it was. Exactly, precisely re-hit our entry yesterday and the day before. Little reaction to there, but now on a red candle, really in the same opinion. None of my analysis here has changed. Let me clean this up. We called for highs on Turbo up to a penny and a retracement back to its previous all-time high. We got it. That was our entry. What we're looking at here is potentially either an inverse head and shoulder or just even, we'll call it a higher low, right? Just a higher low. What do we not want to see? We don't want to see June's low broken here down at 0034, something like that. For now, this is still painting out an inverse head and shoulder. It still looks healthy. It still looks good, but it is not far away from that changing. We kind of predicted out or projected out this movement long ago. It's followed it really closely. I don't think there's a reason, at least until that low in June breaks, if it does, to change that plan. Now, I have a lofty goal of 5 cents. This lofty goal is like peak bull run. This is not tomorrow. In the way, we have our local Fibonacci extensions, which are going to be great taking profit targets if we do see a break of a penny here this month. That's going to be 1.8 and 2.7 cents. And I think that they're going to hit. I still do. Money flow starting to trend back up. I like what I'm seeing on Market Cypher B on Turbo. Good stuff. Let's see Lux. Lux not quite as bullish on it. At least not on the day. I guess the problem, and I say this a lot for a lot of coins, the problem is we have this beautiful pattern above the previous all-time high. Let's get rid of all the noise. Above the previous all-time high. The problem is below the all-time high. We made this big expansive move up from 0005 all the way to 01. That's a 50x, right? That's all right, 1,800, 2,000%, something like that. That's a big move. If we lose that all-time high, if we lose this low in June, We may see a liquidity sweep, may just be a slightly lower low and then floats back up to the 1 cent mark. But in the bearish scenario, say Bitcoin drops out of the sky, the rest of the market starts tanking, you don't have a lot below you. From June's low, you basically don't have support. You basically don't have support until all the way down here at 0015. That's a pretty big drop. That's more than 50%. There is a risk to reward that is favorable here. I believe it is the trade that you see in front of you, but it's going to come down to you guys. Please don't blindly copy me. Don't just long turbo here and 100 bajillion X and say Tom Crown wrecked you. It's not how it works. I'm just sharing my ideas, how I might approach a trade. And I think this is a pretty good one. You need to manage your own risk, manage your own trades, etc. But I think this is pretty good. I haven't lost it yet. I haven't really thrown other indicators on here. Maybe we can see something. Not really. We have a lot of moving averages. A lot of moving averages right up here where price currently is. Let's change these colors. There we go. A lot of smaller moving averages, but we have the 50 and the 20, which is comparatively more bullish than Bitcoin. Bitcoin in perspective, all the way down here. Turbo holding on to this 50 and 20. They are looking to cross bearishly, but I'm not really that worried about it. Hold on to these lows, and you're still looking very nice. Very nice. Thanks for the financial advice. You're welcome, my friend. It isn't, but you're welcome. I sound fine. Thank you, Connie. Appreciate you. The stream is just dropping frames. My internet connection is pooping the bed. This has not happened to us in years. I don't know what's happening. We had a tornado and a bunch of big storms and high winds. I'm guessing there's like some telephone poles down somewhere. Star Atlas. What's Star Atlas, Crypto Bad Fox? Someone wanted to look at Noom. I don't think I've looked at Noom. Let's take a look at Noom. Numerator. I remember people talking about this though. Let's check out these big closes. We had some big closes. Let's pay attention to them. 6 month and nothing super there. That tall wick on the 6 month is ugly. 3 month. You did battle. Okay. The 3 month was a savage downward candle. Q2 is not kind to Numerator. Or this isn't Numerator. This is Numbers Protocol. The last quarter down 67% from where it opened. 17-18 cents down to 5. However, still up for the year. Started the year at 4 cents, untested. An untested level after the first quarter. If we do continue to see Noom sell off, probably looking at that 4 cents at that yearly open. You could find support there and look for a healthy bounce. On the month, man, Lux is not liking this. All purples. On the month, you can kind of see it returning to some previous resistance. You know, I'm going to take this off because it's all just purple. Kind of see it returning here. Let me see. 049. 35. 2. These have been the major supports below you. You do have some gnarly resistance. 8.5, 9.1, 17.1. 24, 25. This is kind of a web of levels here. This could be fine if it bounces here, moves back up to that 9. You can see a little pullback and starts back to that 17 cent level. If it trades below the yearly open, it's going to be a bad sign in my opinion. You're going to need to get up. I'd like to see this move towards that 8 cents into this month. BCH, BTC. We haven't looked at BCH in a while. AT. I'm going to look at WorldCoin for you only because you were here at the very beginning of the show. That's right. You earned it. Don't say I never do nothing for you. I personally think that this is a really weird choice in crypto, though I think a lot of choices are weird in crypto that people make. So maybe that's not that important. I won't get into it. From a chart perspective on the month, I don't hate it. You do have a lower low already versus last month. Not a great sign. Not wonderful. You don't have much support on a monthly time frame until $1.13 below you, and under that, you really don't have anything. So be cautious in general. Maybe down to 15 when this started trading. Is there? Nah, there is. Same chart though. Kind of similar to Noom actually here. You fell and you painted an order block above you. So now you're kind of trapped in between this previous support and the order block or the resistance you left behind in the last 3 months. The thing it has going for it, nice strong resistance here at $2. You broke it. You didn't go straight up. You spent time back testing it, cementing that support before you move to an all-time high in March. However, you've come back down. This is what you need to hold. I would not be interested in this coin, even though I'm not. I would not look to take a trade on this coin if it loses this level personally, 231. I think what happens if you do is you see it spend a bunch of time, moves down to $1, comes up to 235, and all of a sudden, all of these buyers try to get out at 230. I think you see a rejection there, then a move down. So hopefully it can hold on to this 230-ish level. Trading below, I think is going to be a grim sign for the future. That's it. Link. We can look at Link, MATIC. What's a good entry? I mean, you want a good entry? I think that the good entry is potentially right here. 231. If that ain't it, $1.13. And if I got in at $1.13, I would 100% get out of that trade at 230. That's what I would do. That's how I would play it. Hope you're doing great, Shipwreck. The stream's connection could be doing better. Jesus, it's been the whole stream. The entire time this has been going on. I have no idea why. There's no reason. Just one of those days. One of those days. You know how it is. Maybe this will help. It certainly won't, but maybe it will. Close Discord. I'm going to close the button thing. We'll see how that works out. Guys, I'm going to turn off my stream deck so I won't be able to spam these buttons at you anymore. So let's just get them all in right now. If you could take a minute and make sure that you have hit that thumbs up button on the stream. Make sure that you're subscribed and notifications enabled. If you're not getting notifications, make sure all is selected. Could help. Join the Discord, and in that Discord, you can get our VIP access to all the trading rooms, all the trading setups for free if you sign up with any of the partners in the video description below. Costs you nothing, depending on what you use. Please do so. It helps support the stream. I'm trying to put out that good stuff for you guys for free. We've got the free trading course on YouTube. Check it out. There's no paid trading course. All of it's free here, guys. It's a theme. That's it. I'm turning this off now. Won't be able to spam these anymore. Done. See if that helps. What up, my videos for you? My videos are for you. Bonk. But wait. What's up, Frozen? Seems smoother. What if it was the stream deck for no reason? Nah, I see the bitrate dropping. Stream's fine for you, good. I'm blaming YouTube. Your video's chopping like ADA. Ouch. What's up, Hendrik? How you doing, bro? How you doing? FAC correction continue. We'll take a peek. Let me see. Let's go to Link. Let's go to Link. And then we'll go to MATIC. I want to do big caps. It's not Friday, boys. We're not doing the tiny shaders today. It's Monday. It's serious day. Let's check out the big closes because that's really what we should be looking at. What's changed? Pretty ugly candle on the half-year close for Link. It's like a star, shooting star, morning star, evening star. Who cares? Check out our most recent video and you'll know the correct terminology. Either way, top wick, bottom wick, red candle, tiny close. The good news is that Link really only has to trade above $15 to bullish engulf its previous half-year close. Currently at $14.50, very achievable even in a short time frame. On the quarter, unfortunately, you did close bearish engulfed, and we're not seeing that many coins do that. What do you guys think? Is that a more bearish signal for Link versus some others? That's not that common. I think a few actually we looked at today did, but for instance, Bitcoin, Ethereum, I don't think they did. Bitcoin did. You do have some resistance. Again, it's going to be at that $15. That's going to be the mark to take back. 15 bucks. I think Link's got it in it. Even just back to the previous quarter open is all the way to 19. That's not a bad upside. That's something like 30%-ish back to the previous quarter open. Very achievable over the next 6 months. Monthly looking a little better here. I don't hate this. In fact, I'll say I like it. You tested the previous month open, wicked, closed higher, did not bearish engulf. I think that does give a pretty clear route to about 1850 this month. Just back up. Let's go down to the week. Here's where it starts getting a little sketchy for me, guys. I don't even think I need to tell you why this is a little sketchy. I think it's important when we go over these charts to keep in mind chart patterns are just that. They are common price action movements. They are not a crystal ball. They don't guarantee anything. Even the most beautiful patterns don't always play out. But looking at this, that is just not pretty. By any measurement, it looks like a left shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder. Now, we don't have a neckline break yet. So trading below $13 or $13.11 to be exact, closing, let's say, a weekly candle below, that's not going to be a good sign, especially if we see a lower high here. Let's say the bearish scenario, link trades up to 15, comes down, closes underneath 13. You're going to be looking for those lower supports. That's going to paint out a very clear head and shoulders. And unfortunately, if that happens, you may see then that back test of 15 and further decline, maybe after all this time. I don't know if you guys remember me yelling about Link for years. Maybe after all this time, you'll get a shot at 10. I think that is jumping the gun here. This pattern doesn't look good, but we don't have a definitive break confirmation underneath the neckline. Pay attention. Just pay attention. That's what I'll say. You might even think any trading under 13 this month would be bad. I really want to see Link move back to these highs because these patterns really do have a way about them of just morphing. So this might look like an inverse or a head and shoulders, but a rally to the top, a rally up to the $20-ish area will then paint a broadening, expanding wedge, which we then might look to reverse. Anyway, this can still play out in many ways. I know a lot of people are on the Link train. Let's see, just some indicators here. Nothing of interest to me. Nothing of interest. Nothing bad on the month either, though. Daily money flow starting to roll over. Okay, here's some hopium for you on Link. Judging on this, I think you see a $15 Link. Yeah, I don't know, this month. Time frames are hard. See the money flow red, so not bullish, but rolling over, and VWAP really showing some strength here. VWAP showing higher highs on the positive side as momentum and money flow start to chase it. I think that is a signal for some upside in this month for Link. Let's look at that on, just zoomed in a bit. Where might we look? Yeah, $15, dude. $15. I got to see it break it. I'm putting an alert on 15 for Link. Break that and we'll talk. Dude, what in the actual... keeps trolling me. Keeps trolling me. Good day to you, sir. What's up, Lamo Chila Azul? How you doing, bro? MATIC. We'll do MATIC next. Let's go to the LuxAlgo expired chart. I like doing this. I've been trying to figure out how I can organically use LuxAlgo regularly on this channel. And I use LuxAlgo, but sometimes there's a lot on the screen. And I like this. I like having Lux up with the price action concepts and signals and overlays, and basically just being able to kind of tab through stuff. It's actually really useful. So if you hit down and up on TradingView, it's going to take you through your watch list. And what's cool about this setup is you can just really quickly tab through and get little feeds, little ideas of what's going on in those charts. On the monthly, you're not going to see as much kind of spiciness. It's all going to look very similar. But if you're on, say, the week or the day, you can get a good read. So MATIC for me, let's look at this 6-month close. Every chart that you open today, you should look at the 6-month and then the quarterly close. These are brand new closes. They're massive time frames. They're important. This is how you should start every single one of your charts today. Let's just do this. MATIC closing that half year bearish engulfed, wiping out the last half year of last year's gains. Not great. Go to the 3-month. Kind of similarly ugly, honestly. That is a drop. Back to $1. I think $1 is calling MATIC again. Until proven otherwise, we're just going to keep following price action, right? Eventually it will break. It can't do it forever. No pattern, no price action can continue forever. But until we get something else, we should just be kind of looking for some more of the same. For me, that's looking up at $1 for MATIC. I think that's very probable. Just looking at the quarterly here. Quarterly closed after filling the gap, or the fair value gap, from October 23, did not breach the lows. So at the moment, despite that really ugly candle, there's some strength there. Provided in this month, we see some movement back up. As we zoom in, MATIC gives us some more close levels, some more detailed levels here. We have an order block on the month at 66 cents. I think I could make a call. I believe MATIC hits 66 cents this month. It's not a huge change. It's like 15%. But I believe it hits that. Man, MATIC, you are more sideways. Actually, you know what? I think MATIC caught the Litecoin XRP bug, man. Now it's just trading sideways. It's not really doing anything scary, not really doing anything exciting. It's just chilling, vibing. I don't hate that. I don't hate that. While it's underneath and above these blue lines, it isn't doing anything. Could hit 50 cents again this month. 50 cents to 66 would be a great trade. If I had to, I'd take a 50-cent trade. But likely going to spend more time in this. We'll call it a bull flag. We'll call it a whatever. I'm likely going to spend more time there. Going down to the week. Man. Not the best signs yet. Not the best. Not loving the week either. I do have a higher low from last. Okay. Let's go down here to the day. Yikes. Hate to see it, man. RSI pinned under 50. Very, very indicative of a downtrend. Daily maybe offering some hope. Maybe offering a little bit of that 66-cent goodness. I like this. Locally, taking 77 cents down to 51 cents, our recent low. Our 618 sits directly at the order block. I like that. I like that. I actually like this enough that I can place a position. Let's do this. I really would like to take it from 50 cents, but if we hit 50, we're kind of bonking it all up. Let's say 55. 55 to 66, 67. Now let's manipulate our stop loss to get our favorite ROI, or R2R. Let's do like 2.5 right here. Below June's low, targeting 66 cents. I think that trade could fly. In fact, I'm going to take this one and put it in the Discord if it doesn't blow my computer up. Great TA, thanks. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. I do my best. It's not all great. I'm doing the best I can with literally 17% of the frames. All of the little images I've sent to YouTube have been lost along the way today. Doing my best. It's a handicap. We're only at 83% power. I put that in the VIP trade ideas section in the Discord that you can get access to. What else should we look at? Hello, the dude. What are you doing, brother? Bonk. Bonk it is. Bonk-a-donk. CXRP. I don't even have to pull up the XRP chart to tell you what's happening on XRP. That's how in tune I am with this market. XRP is roughly at 50 cents. Give or take it 10%. There you go. My prediction is that it will be at roughly 50 cents tomorrow. There it is. Bonk. Bonk-a-donk-a-donk. Just a clean chart here on Bonk. Bonk in the area, in the zone of kind of not paying attention to the rest of the market, looking like CAS. We'll look at CAS next. Hitting these higher highs and higher lows. Bonk is still showing us an uptrend. Something we should be aware of for CAS and Bonk, and every chart that looks like this, though, is on some level, even though higher highs and higher lows is the definition of an uptrend, on some level we are painting what is an ascending channel, right? That is kind of just what happens with uptrends. These channels, the reason we want to pay attention is they do have a tendency to break to the downside. However, specifically in crypto, they also are the precursor for the craziest pumps. So don't go ahead and think, oh, ascending channel means crazy pump. No, it happens less often, but when it does, that's when you see the craziest moves. It might look something like this. We're going to look for a test to the top of the channel. Then we're going to look for a higher low. That higher low in the middle of the channel would be very clean, but it doesn't have to be. Retest of the channel high, a break, and the signal that this is happening for me is the back test of that channel's high trend. When we get that and it moves up, that's when you see the craziest crypto moves, period. I'll show you an example of this after BONK. So that's kind of like the zoomed out overall feel for BONK. I'm going to go to our real chart though. Let's go to where our analyses are. There it is. There it is. 4 weeks of down. Tested the previous week open. No higher high yet. Week is okay. Let's look at the quarter. Quarterly open for the BONK is up about 15%. Currently at 24. That monthly or quarterly open at 28. Not a bad target. TA can be as brain dead as this, guys. That's why I'm saying, look at the 3 month, look at the 6 months. The previous quarterly open, and for almost every chart, that any chart I can name, that's going to be up, is a decent target for that quarter. Because this market is ranging sideways, lots of people think it's going to continue doing that. That's a brain dead trade that has a pretty dang good probability in the realm of trades. 6 month closed green, 70% up, bonk flex in there. Okay, going down to the week again. Let's see. Not a lot there. Not a ton there. Let's go back to this clean chart. LuxAlgo did give us the buy signal or the bullish signal back on the 25th of June. And so far, that's actually playing out pretty well. It has not traded lower despite yesterday or the last day of June really just retesting that entry. Now up 10% today. Okay, let's see. Looking to continue that move perhaps for a scalp trade or someone in a weird position on this, uncomfortable. Right back to that 0.5618 looking pretty juicy. That is yeah, not a huge move, but there aren't a lot of huge moves going on right now. 13, 14% to the 0.5, 25% to the 618. That's not bad. I definitely wouldn't go long right here, right now, and try to hit those targets. But unfortunately, I don't see like a really solid place to look for an entry. Yeah. Kind of painting that higher low retest of the highs. This will be that will be kind of like a catching an upward knife if you're looking to play that. I'm not going to play that personally. RSI, look, this is good. Staying above 50. This is on the 4 hour for BONK, showing us strength, showing us an uptrend. I don't hate it. Not so bad. It actually kind of looks like it's going to break right now, doesn't it? Let's put an alert. Come on. Come on. Wow, I hate everything. Nothing is going my way today. That's not true. Well, nothing has specifically gone my way, but nothing's other than the stream being terrible. It's still doing it. Things are pretty good. The weather's nice. It's nice and cool. Feels like fall again. I like it. It's a relief. Talking about things that are doing crazy stuff. Let's look at CAS. Oh, was it CAS? It might have been KENDU that I'm thinking of. One sec. We're going to look at Kaspa though. Yikes. KENDU, no. KENDU, you're supposed to be such a good example. Maybe not. Maybe not. That's not right. That's because it's Kenneth. Kenneth do. It's funny because it's 75 degrees, probably 30 degrees cooler than the rest of our streams recently. This room has heated the F up, though. You know, maybe not. Maybe we lost it. It was looking real good there. Broke the top of the channel, back tested it, falling back below. Oh, this is... No, it's still against Ether. Okay. You know what? Scratch that. When I find another example of it, I'll let you know. That was the one that came to mind, and it's not doing it right now. Let's take a look at the old CAS. I bought some more CAS, which is now underwater. That buy is now underwater. That's okay. Not too worried. Zoomed out. Let's take a peek. Kaspa hit a new all-time high last week. Now we're seeing it cool off a little bit. It closed that week 25% up. Just looking at the weekly, boom, right there. 17 cents, maybe a little scalpy entry. I think that could play. Looks like it's actually 16.9 cents. Be a nice little retracement back. Let's see what our fib says. Doesn't line up super well. That's okay. It's like a shallow retrace to 382. You can extend this over. Can't extend it over again, but you can extend it over and say 17 cents, and then it becomes kind of a historical support. 2 tests, a break after a higher low. That's what it's made of, boys. That's what dreams are made of. Let's look at the half-year close. Beautiful half-year close. CAS has not had a red half-year since it began trading. Boom, all green, baby. Let's see, that was 388, 329, 69. Those candle bodies are shrinking, though. Something to pay attention to. Starting the half-year red, CAS could target 11 cents. That is the quarter. That is the half-year open, and I've been saying trading can be that easy sometimes. Quarterly 13. Looking at the quarterlies, though, you don't want to see that 11 cents. That'd be rather bearish. I could see it at 14. The last quarter's open. What's up, 𝐂𝐡𝐚𝐫𝐿? I think you're the first person that it has alerted me that is subscribed today. I appreciate you. Wow, we're getting way lower here. This connection's getting worse as we stream. Look at this. You can see it creeping up. Look, it started at 15% drop frames. Then it went up to 16, 17, 18, 19. It's getting worse. You're getting less and less of the Tom Crown TA. Blame YouTube. I don't know what's happening. It's probably a signal. It's a sign. Monthly, same thing, 17. I think 17 is where I'd like this trade. Now, we've had many trades on CAS. Many great trades, big P&Ls. But here we are, near all-time highs again. People want to get in. Where can they get in? Do it this way. You could look to have a tight stop. That's going to be hard to define. Along at 17 cents, a tight stop. I don't know where you'd put it. The issue for me is I kind of want to put it down here, but this I think is the worst place to have a long stop, 15 cents. Not only is that your weekly open, your fair value gap here, it is also a psychological number. It's also historical horizontal for CAS going all the way over to its all-time high back in last year. I don't like that stop loss. So a scalper may look to do this. Good luck on where you're going to place this stop, though. I don't know. I don't know what you're going to do. You could, and I think this would be the better play, is wait, hope you get a 15-cent test, which in all honesty wouldn't be ideal. I really don't want to see a trade below 17. And then you can target your numbers higher. Let's see what we might look for here. Take our most recent projection. Our 1618 sits comfortably on that trend line. 24 cents, right under 25. That's a hell of a trade. It's a 5.5 to 1, meaning you could actually drop the stop much lower and be okay. Let's make it like a 4 to 1. There it is. 58% upside, 13% downside. Careful with leverage. Always careful with leverage. I think that could be done. I'll put that one in the old VIP Discord room. There we go. You know what, guys? This connection is getting worse and worse. I do love that you guys are here, though. On a scale of 1 to 10, how bad is it? What's up, 11.7? I'll pull up Jesus for you. I appreciate you. Dollar pair doing exactly as I told you. exactly like I thought would happen last time you tipped for this. Just kind of bouncing in between, moving sideways. While what happens? I'm going to guess it's gained against Ethereum. There it is. Gained against Ethereum. Exactly what we were talking about. Let's go. Uh-oh. Looks like it by a hair, by like one 𝐂𝐲 or whatever this is called, stopped out. That's okay. Making that gain against Ethereum, trading sideways against the dollar. It's a good setup. I think it still has more upside against Ethereum. Might take a little cool off here. Maybe back to that entry. But likely still painting out that sideways USD price action. Not a lot of change. Appreciate you, my friend. You are subbed to 1,151 channels. Adam Thomas, that is a metric shit ton of channels, my friend. Do you watch all of them? Do you watch all of them? What's up, Tyson? I didn't see your super chat either. Appreciate you, brother. Can I pull up AMC? Yeah, we can pull up AMC. Oh, on Ethereum? Nah, bro, we're not going to pull it up today. Sorry, Tyson. On Friday. Come back Friday. We'll look at it on Friday. Monday is our serious day. Friday is our not so serious day. Bitcoin making a little bit of a hustle and flow here. Let's take a look. I haven't even looked at the low time frames. I'm liking this RSI. Bounce from 50 to overbought. Stay there, brother. 5-minute money flow up. VWAP starting to curl up. Ooh. I was about to wrap the stream up because the connection's so crappy. But let me take a look at these other low time frames because I kind of like what I'm seeing here. Kind of like it. Oh, by the way, I forgot. I got a new watch from Coin Vigilante, my favorite Bitcoin watchmaker. I had the silver one I've been rocking. Look at the black one is so sexy. I love it. Love it. Check it out. Check it out. Okay. Just wanted to give him a little shout out. 10-minute looking pretty good. Not quite as bullish as the 15, but I'll take it. 15 slowly rolling over here. Very slowly. 30. I mean, we're right at our, what is now our intraday, our like daily open, not even open, our daily high, acting as resistance. 30. 45 coming up. Hourly. Ooh, I like this. I like this zero line bounce. I like that zero line bounce on the hour. I think that brings us higher. 4 hour about to roll over. I love this signal. You don't get this often on the 4. 4 hour gave us the rollover signal a few days ago. Higher lows on money flow. Finally reaching to that zero line. VWAP now like a laser at the zero line. Momentum potentially pinching. I like this. I think we're about to see a higher move. Honestly, like let's like cut out all the BS. You guys know exactly what price I think it's going to. Using our very close here extension, 65, 55, something, 66K area. I think I just said 55. Yeah, 66, 200 moving average on the 4 hour. This is kind of some easy TA. You have the 20 and the 50 crossing bullishly directly below price, and price didn't go down to seek it. I like that. Looking for this 4 hour to close above the 200 or the 100, which is about $200 down below it. Looking good now. If we see it sell off below, well, basically that 4 hour close earlier, probably got a trip back down to 61.5. But if we see it close above the 100, I think we're moving to 66K this week. It could, don't freak out, but I mean, it could be today. Could be today. Just need to see that 4 hour close above the 100. That is a beautiful little void to fill. Just go on up there, tap it. Like I've been saying though, this is where it gets scary. The retracement after low sentiment. If hype is huge, if we get that rally today and hype explodes and we reject from 66, it's going to be a long summer. I'm not saying that's what's going to happen yet, but it's on my mind. It's on my radar. Below us on the hour, we have almost all of our moving averages crossing bullishly. That is a high power moving average setup, as I've coined the term. Just in time. Just in time. Here we go. The hour now trading higher. We have a higher high on the day. I knew I wasn't looking at nothing. That 5 minute wasn't lying. That 5 minute was telling the truth, man. Higher high on the day. Higher high in Q3. It is a higher half year high. Let's go. As my connection inversely trading to Bitcoin is getting actually legitimately worse as it goes up. It is now up to 21% drop frames. Let me close some tabs here. Maybe that will help. Some TradingView tabs. I have noticed that TradingView has been bogging my computer down hard lately. Has anyone else noticed that? Is it just me and my crappy computer now? This computer was like state of the art a few years ago. Now it's janky. Hold up. It really has. Like, I'll open it and it won't be able to load the tabs quickly. Like, they'll take a while to load. AVAX still in good condition. Good gas. FET, SPX, Dixie, Turbo, BONK. Okay. Let's see if this helps. It won't. Nah, the connection's getting even worse. The whales are trying to shut us down, fam. Right as Bitcoin's looking to break out. Right as it's looking to move to that 66K mark. We're barely sending enough data to even get there. Gregzilla, LuxAlgo has hundreds of free indicators. They have also a handful of premium ones. So to answer your question, depends. Depends. Let's go, fam. Let's get this pump. We need to send 8,000 ABS to YouTube. We're sending 2,000. Oh my God. Dude, what the hell? What in the actual hell is going on? I'm sad. I'm hella sad. I think we're going to see 66 here. Like, not this second, but it is looking 66-ish like this week. I want to say today, but I don't like you guys like FOMOing. I can see it today. Look at this 12-hour. 12-hour has now filled the wick. This ugly spinning top. Filled the wick, traded higher. Beautiful. Closing up here leaves a nice little order block of support below us in case we see some retracement. I like it. I like it. I'm feeling bullish. I'm feeling bully. Are you guys feeling bully? I'm feeling bully. Bearish on my internet connection. Bullish on the chart. 2 minute. Juicy, zesty, spicy. 3 minutes spicy. 4 minutes spicy. 5 minute even spicier. 6 minute equally as spicy. 7 minutes spicier. 8 minute even spicier. 9 minute even spicier. Beautiful. Beautiful. Let's go. Let's go. In real time. Let's go. Higher highs. Let's go on the one. Oh my. Yeah. Tyson, because that guy is here every day asking for it. So I pulled it up. That's why. That's why. Because he was here on Friday and super chatted for it. He's here on Monday and super chatted for it. And I gave it like 2 seconds. I'm sorry, friend. It's not personal. I promise you, Tyson. It's not personal. Like I said, Friday, I'll look at it on Friday, no matter what, even if you're not here. How about that? Man, people are getting stoked about altcoin season. Wow. Mean tweet. Someone said, if you're a Bitcoiner and you own a Rolex, you're an effing moron. What a mean tweet. I own a Rolex. It was given to me by my father before he passed. It's a family heirloom. I guess I'm a moron. Oh well. Not the first time I've been called that. What's up, Reed Juan? Ari Fala. What's up, man? Alex Luke. How you doing, brother? And also, to acknowledge your question, Tyson, I don't think it is any more serious. You're not wrong. To me, they're all shitters. All right. Are we going to cool off here? Is that what happened? 223. Interesting. I think that the stream might fully disconnect, judging by what's going on. Son of a bee. Why do you do this to me? Why do you do this to me, universe? This is our day. This is our day, and you're gonna just goof it up. We got 800 viewers, even though all 800 of you are only getting about 4 out of every 5 frames. Still have 800. Hell yeah. Good to see it. Good to see the energy and the excitement back out. Here's what I think we'll do. Join the Discord. I'm going to be watching Bitcoin very closely today. I'm going to figure out what the heck is going on with my internet, and hopefully I can fix it. And if we break out, we'll go live again. How about that? Join the Discord. Sign up with any of the partners in the video description below, and you can get our VIP access. Sign up with LuxAlgo. Get a 1 month free trial. MetaSignals 2-week free trial. Our beautiful, wonderful sponsors. The best in the biz. And here's what we're going to do. We're going to end this crappy stream so that Bitcoin can actually move. How's that sound? Sounds good to me. Love you, fam. Happy Monday. Remember big things. New quarter, new half of a year, fresh